Hello my earthy souls, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Ocean Jasper. I am an intuitive tarot reader, and today we're going to find out how do they secretly view you. So this is the title that has received the most votes in the last poll, although the other titles as well were really close. They got a very similar number of votes, so I'm definitely going to record those as well in the near future. So don't despair if I haven't picked yours. So I really hope you guys are doing well and that you're enjoying these days. Finally sunny here. I'm in Ireland, so it's a pretty rare event and I'm full of energy today. So let's focus on your choice. We have the water gift in pile number 1 with the amethyst crystal. Then we have the harvest in pile number 2 with the pine cone. And finally, we have the RHIANNON in pile number 3 with the fluorite. So you can find the timestamps in the info box below. Whenever you're ready, you can click on those and it will bring you directly to the beginning of your reading. Bear in mind that you can take as much time as you like in order to make your choice. You can even pause the video here and meditate on your person, or you can go very impulsively with the first pile that that has caught your attention. If you feel very confused, don't despair, because I am sure that you are surrounded by spirits and they will guide you towards the right choice for you. And even if you realize that it doesn't really resonate with you, you can try with the other piles. But generally, I find that they are really accurate if you follow your intuition. So try not to overthink your choice and go follow your gut. Okay, so I am here available if you ever desire to get a private reading, and you can find my email in the info box below, as well as the prices. And if you would like to find out the other ways that you have to support my channel beside the very useful like, share, comment, subscribe, you also have an Amazon wish list in the info box below that you could have a look in case you'd like to send some new decks my way, or you have a PayPal donate button as well if you'd like to get me a coffee, or if you'd like to support all the equipments that I need to expand the quality of these readings and to improve the audios and everything like that. So thank you so much anyway for all your love and support and for your loyalty. I see so many of you that keep coming back to the channel. I can recognize you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for being so present. You are really making my heart full of joy. So I hope this reading is going to resonate with you, that it's going to bring you some guidance, or that it's going to make you smile at least, and I will see you at the beginning of it. Hello my earthy souls, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the water gift in pile number 1 with the amethyst, so I decided we're going to start this reading by first interpreting these beautiful oracle cards that carry messages from nature. So we're going to get the skeleton of your reading from these cards, and then we're going to go more in depth with the tarot cards. We will be using the Spirit Song tarot deck, which I have here, and which was the tarot deck underneath the card that you have chosen. I really just forgot to show you, but it was underneath there. So we're going to get there in a minute, but let's see what these cards have to tell us first. So how do they secretly view you? They secretly view you as a person that is very good at defending herself, at defending her principle, her values, standing up for yourself, but also a person that feel motivated and inspired to protect other people, to protect animals possibly as well. So you have a good system, you carry a lot of strength, and that is coming from the Ivy card as well. There's a lot of depth about you, and I can see that this protection comes out of a motivation of wanting to maintain your relationship, the close relationship that you have. You want to keep them, you want to nourish them for as long as you can. You want to you value them so much, so you would do anything for the people that you love with this preserve card. Even when you go through some obstacles with the people that you love, you would always choose to keep those people around you. You would always choose to fix the problems rather than running away from them. So in this case, I can see that your person admires you or secretly view you as somebody that holds on to people, or holds on to jobs, or holds on to certain values. But definitely I can see that you give a lot of value to the things that you have around, and to the relationship that you have around, to the achievement that you've got. So you don't let go of them easily. It's beautiful though, because although these characteristic could easily be associated with a person that is quite, that has an armor that is, you know, kind of could be aggressive. In your case, is the opposite. You come out as very serene, as very peaceful, and also very patient, as I'm seeing here. So you have a very delicate presence, but at the same time on the inside you're super strong. And if somebody attacks you, you're way able to defend yourself. Or if somebody attacks the people or animals that you care of, you are like a kitten. You will come out, you will pull out your nails, what's the word, your claws. Yeah, so you might be all cute and soft and lovely, but then if there is a need to fight, you are going to fight. Okay, so that's how they see you. With the Ivy, they see you as a person that has spend a lot of time doing some soul search. So they really admire the fact that you spend that you might be an overthinker that goes on and on and on in your head about certain topics, but because you want to understand how everybody felt in that situation, if it was right behaving in the way you have behaved, if everything was ethical. So you do look inside yourself a lot, so you're very honest with yourself. And I can see as well that you own your mistakes. So if you have done any, you're going to own up to them and you're going to be honest about it. So, and also you're a person that you really know yourself. It seems like you know what you want. You hold on very tight to your philosophies. So you spent a lot of time by yourself, I can tell, with this Ivy. And then mint and fern. So the fern speak about you being very sensual. So this person that you're thinking of might actually have some type of physical attraction towards you, or might appreciate your sensual energy. You might be very confident with your body, so I can see that this is coming out. But even if you don't think so, and even if you think that you always try to cover every single centimeter of your skin, even if they see like your little 1 centimeter of your ankle between your leggings and your shoes, let's say, they find that very essential. Okay, even if you keep everything else covered. So it's something that comes out from you even without you realizing. And mint tells that you are a person that is brings a lot of fresh energy. So you always comes out with some new ideas. You're always very focused on the things that you do, on the goals that you pursue, and you're always full of energy, full of life. And that comes out from the fern as well. But mint is like you are a breath of fresh air. Okay, whenever they see you, they spark up. They perk up. They're just completely full full of life again just because they have seen you, okay? And then Water Gift is an oracle card that speaks about you being very, very comfortable with your emotions, and also you allow emotions to flow. So you help other people to express their emotions, to sit with them, to take care of their feelings, and you might be a healer actually in that sense, okay? And with the amethyst crystal, again, is another sign that you're a very peaceful person. You bring peace into a room anytime you step in. People crave your company because you make them feel so calm. So you might enjoy the peace and quiet. That's why I feel that you might spend a lot of time by yourself, because that's the only way that we have to truly get to know ourselves and to do some soul search. So you have a really healing presence, okay? So let's go more in depth with the tarot cards and see how else they secretly view you. By the way, you're going to find all the name of these cards in the info box below if you're interested. And there's also the Amazon link if you'd like to buy them for yourself. So we have Justice in reverse, okay, and the Magician in reverse. Then we have the Six of Feathers, and then the Four of Acorns. Okay, so let me meditate on these cards and we're gonna get more. I can see that they see you as a person that is intolerant towards injustice, and that you will always look for the truth, okay? So you will always go deep into the matter, into the mud of the situation, and that comes out with the ivy as well. You keep going circle and circle until you find the truth, the essence of the problem. So you're really intolerant towards justice. Magician in reverse. I want to clarify that. It could be that they see you as somebody that doesn't understand how much power you have. You don't understand. You don't really put in practice your power. Like, you might not even realize, for example, how sexy you are, the effect that you have on people, or how much they would respect you if only they knew your thoughts and your philosophy. But maybe you keep those for yourself. Maybe you are quite solitary, you don't share your thoughts very much, so it feels like you don't really know as well how far you could go in life, how much you could create anything you wanted in this life. It's like you're keeping yourself very humble, and you're not pushing yourself too much outside of the comfort zone maybe. Or there are certain dreams that you like to achieve and you think that you're not good enough for them. That's the message that is coming out, okay? Still, it feels like you're spending a lot of time fighting for injustice around you, and you care a lot for the people around you. You want to help them having a better life, and it could be that you're very selfless in that way, so that you don't care so much about being rich, or having a massive mansion as a house, or an expensive car, or achieving a certain career just for the title. You don't really care about those things. But it seems that, yeah, this person that you're thinking of, they're secretly viewing you as a person that could do a lot more, or at least that you're not realizing your potentiality. That's what I'm seeing here. Six of Feathers and Four of Acorns. I have the feeling from these cards that you are the type of person that move away when you're not happy. You just move away somewhere else. You'll not get stuck in toxic situation, in stagnant situations. You will free yourself. So they see you as a very free spirit, that you could be always on the move. You could be traveling a lot, for example, but the main message here from the Six of Feathers, which is the Six of Swords, is that you're very good at moving on from the things that has hurt you as well, or that are keeping you low, your energy low. And that's why you're so full of energy. You don't want to get depleted by the wrong things. Okay, if it's not worth of your attention, then you're just going to move away. And the Four of Acorns is all a card of going and find comfort and celebrating for the small things in life, and finding a certain stability in your life as well. And could be as well that you are offering comfort to other people. You're always a safe harbor for others, so a warm home in which they could come if they need somebody to listen them to, if they need a warm soup, if they need a place to sleep. You're always there available. You love to have a stable community around you. That's how they see you. Knight of Feathers in reverse. Oh, I forgot to mention about this charm that I got from the Bolo charms, so I decided to pick one only, and this is the Look Up Star. So it definitely speaks about somebody that has a lot of interest in the star, a lot of interest in universe in general, the meanings of universe. Somebody that could be very spiritual as well, somebody that is very into astrology or astronomy in general. You might have a telescope, and so maybe you didn't think that this person knew, but they have found out through other ways that you have those passions, or they have noticed that you have a certain inclination and learning about those things. But generally, this Look Up card as well speak about somebody that is a dreamer, and that is quite light-hearted, and that also try to find the meaning behind every single event that happens. So that's the depth that comes from the Ivy card as well. You always feel that there is a deeper meaning behind the things that happen to you, or to everybody, for what matters. Page of Shells. Okay, so I can feel this vibe of indirect flirt here. Okay, so there could be a subtle flirt. So they might think of you as somebody that is a very sensual person, very flirty, although you might not do it on purpose. You might not do it in a straightforward way. You might not do it with words and just with gesture, because the Knight of Feathers is in reverse here. So you might not actually do an action towards them or say something very clear to them, but just through your energy, through your way of speaking, to your movements through your body, what's the name? The body language, then you transmit them this flirty vibe, and they think of you as a very romantic person as well. You might as well be into poetry and writing love messages or love letters in general, even if you don't have to send them to anybody. So then we have King of Acorns. Yeah, it comes out from the King of Acorns. I was actually expecting something like that. That full tank of energy that you have, and that we proceed from the fern, but as well from the mint. So they definitely see you as a person that has lots of passions, that has lots of talent, that is enjoying life fully. So you're really fun. You're really fun company to be with. I might just improve the brightness here for a sec. Okay, much better. So yeah, they see you as a person with so much energy, really fun to be around, so many talents, and quite passionate as well. So again, that passion energy is coming out, very attractive, and somebody that is always on the move. You're quite restless with these four of feathers as well. So between the energy and the movement of the king of acorns plus the four of feathers in reverse, it really feels like you always have some, you're always up to something. Okay, you never really stop, or even if you stop physically, then your mind keeps being active and keeps being working. So maybe they think that you could help, as in it could be good for you to have a little time for yourself, a little bit of a rest. It could as well be the opposite, that you do have some moments where you have these sprouts of energy and then you exhaust yourself. So you do way too much and then you have to stay away from people, you have to isolate yourself and do a small little retreat, and these people might actually, this person that you're thinking of might actually suffer from that because they would love to spend more time with you. They hate when you go into your lethargic mode, into your hibernation. Not because they think it's unfair, just because they love your presence so much. Eight of feathers. Okay, and nine of acorns in reverse. Yeah, this comes the overthinking mind that we were thinking of before. Okay, so it's an overworrying card. Sometimes you might, your fears might take over you. You might have some anxiety, you might feel trapped at times and not realize that those were only your thoughts. And that could make sense with the magician card in reverse. So you might feel like you cannot do certain things, you cannot achieve certain goals because you feel like you're trapped. And in reality, those thoughts are trapping you, but there's nothing concretely physically blocking you from doing the things that you want to do. Nine of acorns, it tells me they view you as a person that has gone through a lot in life, and that you might actually have a wall around your heart and be quite defensive in that sense, so you don't easily open up to others. And you might, as we saw before, you're a healer, you allow other people to feel comfortable with you and speak about their emotion and all of that. But when it's about a romance, then you might feel a little tense because you are scared that you're going to get hurt as you did before. Two of shells. Oh my goodness. And the shadow. This person is not telling you and is keeping it as a secret, but they think that you are their soulmate, or at least they are really daydreaming to be with you, to be in a couple with you, to be in a union. And they think that it would be very harmonious, it would be very lovely, it would be very sweet, it would be just perfect. Okay, that's what I'm saying. The things that there are certain shadows of your personality as well that are not that you are not showing, and it seems like they're even eager to find those out. But the shadow as well could be talking about the fact that you are finally stepping away from certain toxic environment or toxic habits and patterns that you were involved with before, or you might have stepped away from a family that wasn't being good to you, that was being that was not being beneficial for you, and so you you might have as well have stepped away from some abusive relationship, and that's why you might be defensive, but they are kind of hoping that you will melt away those fears, that you will melt away those worries, because they think that you are just the right person for them. Beautiful. And then we got the shaman, which is a card that speak about commitment as well, long-term commitment, marriage, celebration, and yes, as well as spiritual connection. Okay, so they think that even if you don't know it, even if this is just a platonic connection between the two of you, they think that your high spirits are very connected. So that this is really, both these cards speak about a really deep connection. They think that you are destined to them. That's what I'm seeing here, that this is all divinely guided. All right. So I think I'm going to leave it here. Let me know in the comments below if it has resonated, if it has brought you a smile, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and hit the notification down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happen every single week between 2 to 3 times. So if you don't want to miss any of them, since they are not coming in specific dates, you can just hit the bell, and that's really everything. Thanks so much for the love and the support, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, much love to you. Hello my earthy souls, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Harvest with the Pine Cone in pile number 2, so we are going to start the reading first with a short interpretation of these beautiful botanical cards that carry messages from nature, so that we can understand the skeleton of the reading, and then we're going to go more in depth with the tarot deck. I'm going to use the Mystic Fairy Tarot deck for you. It was actually also underneath this card, I just forgot to show you, but it's this one, the Mystic Fairy Tarot. So let's start with these messages. I've been looking at these cards for a few seconds before starting the video, and I've noticed that there is a very commonal message to all of these cards. Indeed, it seems like this person that you have particularly in mind, or people in general, view you as a person that has been incredibly patient, building something from zero and creating a lot of prosperity and wealth for yourself. You had to endure a lot of problems along the way, but nevertheless you remained really resilient and assertive, so you knew you were not going to give up. Okay, and it was just a goal that was incredibly sacred to you. You might have placed some daily goals as well in order to achieve this bigger goal, and they were absolutely sacred to you. You maintained that routine, and that is what has helped you to reach that prosperity, and now you're finally able to harvest everything. So indeed, we have build, sacred patience, the harvest. We have plantain, which speak about resiliency. Indeed, is one of those plants that gardeners get mad about because they're never able to fully get rid of. And then speak about assertiveness as well, because it's a plant that gets stepped on a lot, and so if you probably have felt like that in your life, or achieving certain goals, but then nevertheless you stand back up straight, and you found this power of being assertive and being standing up for yourself, or letting criticism from other people flowing over you, as in you weren't really taking it personally, you weren't believing into it, so it didn't affect you badly. And the Lady's Mantle speak about wealth and prosperity. That's why it came out. Also, they see you as a person that is very able to forgive people that has done wrong to them, or yes, people that has made mistake voluntarily or involuntarily. And since you have so much wealth as well, they find you very generous. I actually see that even if you're still in the process of attract that prosperity for you, you are still generous on the way as well. Even if you're still living a humble lifestyle and you're working hard towards that goal, you're still generous in the meantime. You're not keeping everything for yourself. And I can see there's a lot of openness here with the pine cone, which is open here. This is a pine cone that I collect in the woods, and it was closed at first, and then of course it opened up a home with the warmth of my home. So for me it's a symbol of slowly opening up. And then we have no rain, no flowers. So people see you as somebody that has this awareness that if there's no bad days, you will never be able to appreciate the good days as well. And also you understand the meaning behind certain experiences that at first might not appear very pleasant, but you know that they are very important to redirect you in your life towards the next goal. So even if you have gotten rejection, for example, you know that they have set you straight. They have pushed you, for example, to improve certain aspect of your personality, of your project, or whatever you were working on. And they have made you understand what you really wanted, and they made you assertive. They made you stronger because you were not taking other people's judgment and thoughts as yours. Okay, and then we have the elder as well from the Ogam, which talk about the fading of the old days and the renewal of something new. So they speak about death and birth at the same time. It's about the cyclicity of life, and so it could be that something ended for you and you have had to create something new from zero, as I said before, without having a legacy behind, probably, or without having a lot of money inherited. For example, you had to start whole from zero with your own effort. And then it feels as well that they see you as a person that is very able to regenerate and start fresh, even though something dramatic or drastic has happened to you. So after a really big strong event that has shook you, they see you as a person that is so strong and resilient that is able to start again. So again, I feel that you might have experienced some ending and you might have experienced some rejections. I can say that they might be very connected to your work in general, but could be romantic as well. But I can see that there is a lot of focus here on wealth and prosperity in that sense, in a financial way. So I can see that you might have gone through some endings, like maybe you started a business and then it had to be closed down because it wasn't working, or maybe you had a partner, like a co-partner, somebody that was sharing the same goals with you, and then it didn't end up well, or a rejection from a boss or something like that, or something failed and then you were able to renew yourself and start again, all over again. Okay, so there is this patient. So it's beautiful because these cards all together seem to be speaking about the same thing. They really communicate with each other. I feel that they're really here for a reason. So let's go ahead with the tarot deck now. So I'm gonna shuffle a little bit the cards. I already have shuffled them before, but just to refreshen the energy a little bit. By the way, if you'd like to receive any of these cards, you can find them in the info box below, and you can find the name of them, but also the link in which you can buy them from. Two of Pentacles, Judgment. So they see you as a person that has had to make some difficult decision in life, and that has had to really dive deep into yourself, or trying to create a connection with spirit to understand what was the right thing to do. So yeah, you felt like your choice, this is a person that has felt this burden of choices that would have had a huge influence on the rest of your life or on other people as well, and that people might have been able to judge you over it as well. Seven of Wands in reverse. And the Moon in reverse. So they see you as a person that at times you feel like you have no energy to keep going. Like they see you as somebody that at times get a little lost and confused, because you lose this connection with your intuition, and you don't know who to believe anymore. You don't know what to sign to believe anymore, and you might lose faith in yourself, as in being able to maintain this empire that you have built for yourself or not. Okay, so this is somebody that gets, or that when you get tired you lose that intuition, and you might not be able to take the right choices. Or as well as somebody that might get anxious when there is the day of the judgment, and you need to give an answer, you need to make a decision that will be not a life of that decision, but something that will definitely impact the rest of your life. And when you feel that pressure, then you feel extremely confused and exhausted as well. That's what I'm perceiving here. King of Swords in reverse and Queen of Swords upright. So it's funny because they can see how you can change very quickly from being very assertive one day and very decisive one day, and having everything clear in your head, everything sorted and planned in your head, and another day you doubt yourself. That's what I'm perceiving here, and you lose that confidence. So clearly they see you as somebody that has gone through some ups and downs in your life, but nevertheless I see that there is this stable ground of always maintaining the attention towards what you want to harvest. Okay, so you never fully give up. You might have days in which you might feel lost or confused or exhausted by having to do so many decisions in your life, but having to do them by yourself as well, and feeling so much responsibility on your shoulders. But eventually you don't give up, because you know that you have an important position, and that it would be foolish to step away from it. So you pass from days in which you doubt yourself, second guess yourself, and other days in which you're really proud of yourself, or at least this is how your person, this person you have in mind, or people in general, if you don't have a specific person, view you secretly. So they might not share these things with you, but this is what they are feeling here. They might as well see you as a person that is being very caught up with your with her work, and so that has very little energy left in order to go out and do some adventures and spend some fun time together. Okay, so I can see I can see that here as well, that you might be very busy and it might be very hard for you to juggle too many things together. Six of Swords in reverse and Ace of Swords in reverse. How they secretly view you. I think they secretly think that there is a truth that you're not revealing, and it has to do with your intention to not leave this person, to not wanting to actually move away or to move on. So maybe there is a situation in which you have said to them, this is over. And I mean, this is coming out as a romantic thing, but it is not a romantic reading overall. Like, I'm just open to any message that comes out. So it could be that for some of you, you might have had to say to this person, this is over, I'm actually done with you, but they secretly think that you're not, and that you are kind of lying, that you're still attached to this person, that you don't want to go away or move on emotionally. As well, I perceive the same idea that I received before. So when you have a failed new beginning, you still don't look away. You maintain your strength and your focus, and you don't give up. You don't just step into the next thing and try the try a new hobby or a new passion or a new talent, or a new road. If for example you write a book and it fails and nobody wants to publish it, then you pass to painting. It's not like that. If your goal initially was to write a book and you get rejected, then they see you as a person that is very stubborn in that way, and you don't move away. You just improve your book or try and let it published by some other company. So it feels like you really know what you want to manifest in your life, and whether you have some ups and downs, that's just normal. As you say here, no rain, no flowers. So you just accept it as part of the whole cycle, as part of life. Three of Pentacles, they see you as a hard worker. Tower in reverse. Yeah, it feels like you're trying to hold on. There's a lot of attacks from the external world that seems to wanting to destroy your foundation and wanting to let you rebirth from zero. That's what I'm sensing here. And you always try to hold on before that tower moment happen. You never fully give up until the whole tower fall apart, and then the whole business, the whole empire fall apart, and then you're like, okay, well then it's a time to move on, to as in to start from zero all over again. But you will still do it with a lot of passion and with a lot of motivation, with a lot of energy, but you try to save it for what you can do. The Hanged Fae and the Four of Pentacles. This could as well be that your connection, they think that this connection between the two of you works very well, and that you both are resisting a tower moment in which their relationship has collapsed. So you're trying to not get to a full breakup. You're trying to hold on to this connection and fix it, and adjust a few things here and there. You don't want to move away from it, even though there are certain things that need to change for sure. They think that you don't want to break up with them. That could resonate with some of you. That's why they're waiting with the Hanged Fae and the Four of Pentacles. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that the Four of Pentacles is all about not wanting to let go and hold tight on things. And I see that it cannot be talking about holding tight on money, because you're very generous here, so it's definitely holding on to your project, or holding on to your relationship, or holding on to this specific connection between this person. Nine of Pentacles, they see you generally as a person that is very generous, as I said before, and that has a lot to give to others, and that is quite content on your own as well. That's what they see. Queen of Pentacles, so you're happy with small little things as well. So you might actually, as I said before, have a very humble lifestyle, but nevertheless you are rich on the inside, because you know how to get comfortable with simple things. The Magician, so they see that there's a lot of potential in you, that you can create whatever you want, and especially you use this magic within you in moments in which you get rejected, as I said before, left alone, abandoned in the cold, and you might have a moment of despair in which you're like, what am I gonna do now by myself? Everything is over, and then you just pull out your magic as if you were pulling out a rabbit from your magic hat, and use the other cards. You always have a second option, something else that you can do in order to lift yourself up. You have a plan B. You always have a plan B, and so you don't demotivate yourself too much, okay? You just keep going on, and they admire your stubbornness, and they admire your confidence in that case, and your creativity as well. Nine of Swords and Temperance in reverse. So this is a person that, even though you might have times in which you might feel a little impatient, because you're like, what the heck, why is this keep happening again? When is it that I'm going to achieve my goal? Then you're also really good at not using those experiences as a reason to talk badly about yourself and have paranoias and overthinking and insomnia, and you don't start a negative self-talk just because something didn't work out, which is really great. And you might have done that when you were younger, but then they have seen the progress in you, and they have seen that you don't do that anymore. So then we have Four of Cups in reverse. So they see you as a person that, if in the past you might have felt that you were worthless, that you were unlovable, that you were unlucky, now you came out of that negative mindset. That's just what the Four of Cups is about. And as well, they see you as a person that never gets bored. You always have something new to do. You always know how to spend your time in a creative way. Then, Knight of Swords. So they secretly view you as somebody that does not take the first move, take the first action, or say the first word. And possibly you have had to learn slowly to be assertive, because it's not part of your nature. You might be somebody that prefer to stay quiet. And also they see that there is something unclear between the two of you. There is something that is unsaid between the two of you. We got Strength in reverse there, and Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, it's a card of being patient, actually, as in realizing that you've gone a long way already, that you have worked so hard already on your goals, and therefore it would be silly to just stop all of a sudden just because you haven't reaped your rewards just yet, or collected the fruits of your labor just yet. So yes, you might have some moments at times in which you're like, oh come on, when am I going to see the light at the end of the tunnel? When is it that I'm going to receive my big salary? when is it that I'm going to be successful in this, but then nevertheless you maintain your focus and your determination, and then yeah, you just keep being patient, maintain the hard work. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So they see you somebody that is not fully satisfied just yet about what you're creating on business like, because yes, they see you that you, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, you'd like to manifest even more. Okay, so you might not feel like you have reached the end just yet. You have not, I mean, as humans we never really feel like that. Even though we achieve the first stepstone, then we want to go to the second stepstone, etc. So there's always a new extra goal for you. That's what they see about you, that even though you might have been able to create great abundance from zero, as we saw before, and then when you achieve that goal, you immediately start having a second one. So they see you as a person that is very ambitious. Okay, so let's see what else. There was an Eight of Cups there that wanted to come out. So, oh, and Three of Swords in reverse. I was just going to say, because the Eight of Cups speak about somebody that is quite sad of having to leave something, or sad about seeing you walking away. So, somebody that knows that is the best decision, but nevertheless is really painful. And the Three of Swords speak about heartbreak, okay, and having to heal this heartbreak. So they might see you as somebody that has broken their heart, or they might secretly see you as somebody that is secretly in pain. You might not show to others, but you're actually suffering a lot. And that's what we saw before as well with the Six of Swords in reverse, as somebody that does not want to walk away, does not want to move on from a situation, and that want to hold tight. So they might secretly view you as a person that is suffering in silence and does not want to admit that that she or he is not happy about the situation. So they think that you're not admitting that you're still in pain. Five of Swords. So okay, there might have been a conflict between the two of you that he's not fully resolved just yet, although they know that you want to make peace because you're suffering a lot, and you don't really want to end these connections. So they know that maybe you have a, on the outside you look as very stubborn, and some, you know, that you look as impassible. Do you say that in English? Like very stoic, as if you don't really have any interest to improve the situation. And then they know that secretly you're actually thinking about communicating again and making peace. And the Eight of Wands is all about sending messages and talking and seeing things moving again, and yeah, communicating in every way, or traveling towards each other. There is this Four of Wands in reverse. So currently if this communication doesn't happen, they think that maybe a celebration is going to be skipped. Maybe there is a birthday or an anniversary, something that is going to be skipped if you guys are not going to make peace, which would be a pity. And they secretly think that you would be, you're not showing it, but that you would be very upset to skip that event. It could as well be that you might have had a fight over moving in together, or creating some stability, or you know, working together in a particular project and setting the foundation for the future. the Star. So they secretly view you as their wish. Okay, they themselves might not be able to admit that they are still in pain, so feel free to skip the roles as well here, to swap them around, because they see you as their dream, everything that they always been wishing for. They feel extremely lucky to have known you, to have met you, to have shared a portion of their life with you. And so I feel that their wish is to make peace with you, come and communicate with you, and maintain as well, and use the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. So try and fix anything that could be fixed, and being stubborn with this relationship, with this connection, and not giving up on you two. Okay, so I feel that secretly they don't want to move away, they don't want to let go of this, they want to make peace, they want to hold on to you. Oh, the Strength in reverse. I feel that secretly you make them very, very weak, as in emotionally weak. So even if their reason might be telling them the best thing to do would be to walk away, they actually can't do that. Okay. Yeah, Five of Cups in reverse. They're really trying not to be upset about this, not to keep thinking about the past and the beautiful times that you had together, but they are extremely wounded about this, and so they keep overthinking, and they might secretly think that you are crying about the situation, that you're still hurt. You know, feel free to swap the roles, but I can see here that there has been some conflicts. You might have been on the verge of a breakup, or even if it's a friendship, it could be on the verge of the end of this friendship. So they might think that you are hiding your wounds, that you're hiding your tears, or themselves, they are secretly crying for you and feeling really hurt because they want to reconnect with you, they don't want to lose you. So we have a Six of Pentacles that came out in reverse as well. So definitely, yeah, it's another message that there has been something, some disharmony. So somebody might have put way more attention than the other person had. There wasn't a very equal give and take. So they might secretly think that you or them have not given you enough. With the Generous card, I don't feel that they are secretly thinking that you are not generous, that you haven't given enough. So it might be talking about them. Although it could be as well that they see you very generous with money or with your time towards other people, but that this connection, particularly with them, they might have seen that you were not reciprocating their feelings. There is the World upright. Let's put it here. So they secretly think of you as somebody that means the world to them, okay? And they really desire to end the cycle and start a new one with you. That's why as well we got that card about death and rebirth, the elder card. So there is something that needs to be end and rebirth as well, like similar message with the Tower. Okay, there is a need for something to be destroyed so that you can start new foundation. Yeah, we have 2 of Wands, so they secretly are hoping and planning for the future, okay? Or they secretly think of you as somebody that is making plans for the future, for this new rebirth with them, okay? So you can decide, you can understand yourself which roles, whose roles belongs, which roles belongs to whom. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if it has resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll answer to each one of your comments as soon as I can. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happens generally every week between 2 to 3 times, although the dates are not specific. So if you want to be the first one watching them, or if you don't want to miss any of them, just hit the bell. And for the rest, thank you so much for all of the love and support. I really appreciate you guys so much, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye now, big hugs. Hi my earthy souls, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen RHIANNON with the fluorite crystal, you haven't seen it in the choice, but underneath your card there was this deck which is called the Javelin Tarot deck, and we're going to use it just in a minute. Before, I'd like to start the reading and receiving messages from nature using these beautiful botanical cards to create the skeleton of your reading, and then we'll go more in depth by using the tarot cards as well. So what I'm seeing here, first of all, is that your person secretly think of you as a very sensual person, very attractive, very sexy, and possibly very experienced in bed. I can definitely say that, and very confident. So there is an attractive aspect to this connection for sure. And then there is very deep messages here coming out as well. You seem to have a very relaxing effect on this person. You seem to be able to calm them down very easily, and you represent hope for them with this wallflower. You represent hope because nature is so stubborn and so strong and can grow within concrete as well, and you represent that little crack in between the walls that let the person see beyond the wall. Okay, so in that sense, to me, a crack in the wall represents hope, or something that has the potential to be open, and hope for perspective to be enlightened and expanded. So the hope for this wall that divides two people to finally break down. Okay, so you have given this person some hope. Okay, you've been teaching them how to dream again, or how to perceive the beauty in the small little things again, and you have been healing this person with the mandrake and the mistletoe. Both of them speak about healing, especially the mandrake. So you might actually have some ability like Reiki to ease pain in other people. Okay, whether it's Reiki, or whether it's that you are herbalist, or you're a naturopath, or you're a doctor in general, you know, osteopath, and those are the things that are coming to my mind, but it could be anything else, even belonging to the traditional medicine. So you've been able, maybe you met in a setting in which you were like the physiotherapist, and he was coming from a football match and broke his knee or something like that. Like, now I shouldn't go in depth into details because those scenarios are coming in my mind but might not resonate with all of you, so let's just keep it general. This person secretly view you as somebody that has healed them. Okay, they might have, it might be even something more subtle, because if it was true that you healed them concretely, you healed actual part of their body, then it wouldn't be a secret, right? So it feels like you healed deep part of their soul without even realizing, and they have a hard time at telling you so. For some reason they think this only secretly, and you brought them inspiration with this mistletoe. So, and also the mistletoe speak about everything is finally healed. So definitely there is a beautiful healing energy that comes from you, possibly even the fact that with the spindle, you're one of those people that when you start a task, you will always end it. So you never give up, you'll always bring it to the end any project that you begin. So that determination maybe has been inspiring this person. So they secretly see you as a really honorable person because you maintain your word. And you see there is service card as well with this garlic, which generally could be talking about the fact that you're really good serving other people, and that could be the reason why they feel healed from you. Okay, that could be your purpose in general in this life. You feel like you need to be in service of others, so they think that of you. But again, it could be something more subtle. It could be that you're not concretely working in that scenario, in that aspect, but you're doing it subtly. You're like being in service of other people in a subtle way without even realizing. But together with the Enons, the service card as well might be talking about the fact that you have added something special to their life. Okay, the indigo, it used to be a natural dye, right? So this card really speak about the fact that a little bit of color could change everything. You really added colors to their life. You added something special, although they feel like they should be careful with you. Okay, they should treat this water carefully because maybe you are in a relationship, or maybe they are in a relationship and they don't want to risk to fall in love with you, or they don't want to feel addicted to you as if without you they won't feel healed anymore, or they won't have the determination anymore, or in order to achieve peace they'll always have to have you around them, so they don't want to get addicted to you in that way. We also have the little Ganesha. This is one little charm that I picked up from my ball of charms. I just decided to pick one of them, and the Ganesha, I don't know if you know it, but speak about removing obstacles. So really you've been able to spread so much light within this person's life without realizing, and so much clarity as well with the fluorite and focus, and you brought a lot of truth. So you allow this person to receive the inspiration and to feel motivated again, to understand what they wanted to do with their life. Like you really opened a new window to them, opened a new world to them, and you help them possibly dealing with certain difficulties. So the mistletoe is the end of a difficult period as well. So yeah, you have been of great service of this person, okay, whether you know it or not. So that's why I told you it's going to go deep. So let's go now even more in depth with the tarot card and see how do they secretly view you. It's funny how some people might have a hard time being honest about what a great impact one of our words that we said to them has made. Some people are really good at appreciating straight away, and others would just hold on to it and not being able to express it. But it would be so lovely to know, I suppose. Oh, we have Judgment in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. And the Seven of Cups upright. So let me meditate for a second on these cards and see. I feel that they could easily make the wrong choice with you, by the wrong move, by transforming this connection into something else. So they feel that it's very, especially because these two cards are near caution. So they see you as very tempting, clearly, but possibly also very resistant to change the connection into something deeper or something more physical. So I think, yeah, I think that they secretly view you as a person that would reject them or would consider their move as inappropriate. So they think that that could be the reason why they are keeping all of this appreciation for themselves, because they're scared that you will not take it the right way, and that would change the connection inevitably, and it will create distance, and they don't want to have you far away from them, because your presence is so healing for them and so relaxing, and it's all the things we said before are so positive, and they don't want to lose those. So I really feel that there is this anxiety of doing the wrong thing with you, just in case the connection might change. Although they are restless and they probably have a hard time sleeping, because they keep thinking about all the different options that they have, all the different chances, the different opportunities that they could have with you, the different scenarios, what could they manifest with you, what could be the right thing to say, the right things to bring up to their feelings, the right moment to do so. So they're really thinking a lot about how are they going to act the next time they will see you, or even more far away in the future. They're really thinking about all the different ways in which this connection could develop and evolve. So they're been daydreaming, basically. Okay, the horned one, the devil in reverse, again, we're talking about resisting temptation. So they're secretly resisting this whole temptations, and that they're secretly find you addictive, because the devil, clearly the horned one is a devil, and he often speak about toxic behavior or toxic patterns and addiction and things like that. So temptation, for sure. It's in reverse, so it seems like this person is really trying to hold it and not express it, not showing it. But you're a great temptation to them. Queen of Wands, they're really trying to bottle up the attraction that they feel for you. The Queen of Wands is one of the most attractive cards in the tarot deck. So vibrant and full of life, full of energy, full of talent, and so really, really attractive, and physically and very sensual as well, because the Wands is the sensual. Is the ones that are the most sensual in the whole deck. They are the most sexy. What's the name? The suit, the sexiest suit of the deck. So clearly they're trying not to think about it. They're trying to keep their eyes down. Four of Wands. Oh my goodness. I often see a lot of celebration in the Four of Wands, and desire to create a legacy, desire to possibly moving in together, or celebrate this connection. There's even marriage coming out with the Four of Wands sometimes, and they really feel like cheering this connection every single day, because they're just so grateful to know you and to have you there next to them. King of Pentacles in reverse. So they secretly view you as somebody that makes them feel very, very weak. This King of Pentacles, so they feel powerless in front of you. They possibly feel as well as if they don't have enough to offer you, or they just don't have control over themselves. Yeah. King of Cups, oh my goodness. So yeah, they secretly have a lot of feelings for you. That's out of question. Page of Swords, but they're not saying it, and they won't say it. That's what I'm sensing here, at least based on the current energies. They're holding a lot of messages that they are not showing for sure. Then there's Tower in reverse, so they are resisting a Tower moment in which the current situation will have to be destroyed and build something new from zero. They are resisting that moment, and the universe is the World in reverse. They speak as well about ending a cycle and starting a new one, ending a chapter, speak about the cyclicity of life, and it's time for something to reach the end and something else to have a new beginning, but they're resisting that. So feels like there is a transformation that is waiting to happen, is in the air, but they are resisting it. We have 8 of Swords. Feel free as well to swap the roles when you feel like, if it resonates with you. 4 of Pentacles. So they secretly don't want to let go of you. Or they might secretly think that you don't want to let go of them or let go of something else. It could be something else that you're fighting for. But it really feels that they don't want to let go of you. 8 of Swords, so there's a lot of mental blockages here. There's a lot of thoughts that are trapping them or that are trapping you. It feels like they might be on a crossroad, because there is this feeling that they might be losing you, and they're really, really anxious about it. So the other option would be to be honest about how they're feeling, and they're just not able to do so. So it's like life is giving them the opportunity to finally open up and turn this friendship into something more romantic, but they are just so worried about the consequences, and what if they're going to lose you forever. That's the big feelings that I'm getting here. We have 9 of Swords and King of Swords, Ace of Wands, and Knight of Pentacles. So again, they secretly view you as a catch, as very, very essential. Like, you're definitely part of their dreams. They're definitely imagining you guys doing something together, and it could be that you have some resistance towards them, though. It could be that this 9 of Swords represent you, your anxiety, your fears, your like, you might be thinking about all the consequences that this connection might have. You might have some negative thinking about these relationships, so they might see your resistance into creating this change. Okay, so that resistance from the World in reverse and the Tower in reverse could come from you. So they might secretly see you as somebody that is having a blockage in turning this friendship into something else. So it could be that they are being honest and clear about how much they are attractive to you, but that you are creating some resistance, so they don't want to push it. And so then they are turning into cold and detached. And there's another Pentacles, though. So it seems like they would like to make an offer that is actually serious and is not just about hooking up, but is about creating some future together. Or they might entirely, you might be working together, so they might feel like they have to bottle up all of those feelings. They cannot allow themselves to feel attracted towards you. They cannot afford those behaviors, so they're just being very practical and very yeah, very detached in that way. Six of Swords and the Empress. So you really represent a great deal to them. They see you as somebody that is able to create everything in your life, that you created so much abundance. They see you, there's a lot of fertility in the Empress, so they might imagine you as the future mom of their kids. But they see you moving on from something. So possibly there is a transition. It could be that you are leaving the job position, and so they have this last chance to be honest about how they feel about you, but they feel that is quite inappropriate, and so they're like awake at night thinking, what should I do, what should I say, should I really do this, should I come out or not? And yeah, it's a huge dilemma for them. Because they both see you as a really attractive person, and also somebody that you could create something solid with. Death. We have the Death card. Again, the card of change and the Fool, new beginning. So they are secretly wishing this fresh beginning with you and this major change in the way you define this connection. We have Five of Cups in reverse, so they're really scared that they might regret it if they're not going to say anything. Yeah, if they keep a secret with the Moon in reverse, they feel like they will cry about this all their life. They will be really regretting it, as if, why have I not done something like that? So as I said before, I felt this, that there is a crossroads and they don't really know what to do. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they want things to stay like that forever. They're quite impatient to change them, but also quite scared to do so. Because what if you're going to reject them? That's why. Five of Pentacles are pride, so they're scared that you're going to leave them, left them alone in the cold and abandoned, and so they are really, really scared to feel that rejection, because it would hurt their ego massively and it would attack their self-confidence. It would make them feel as less manly. Five of Swords. So they want to get free themselves from these internal conflicts, and it feels like they have secretly decided not to walk away from you. They are tired to have these internal conflicts. So Queen of Pentacles are pride. Two of Pentacles. They're still juggling. Yeah, there's a lot of indecision on how should they act. They're really, really tired of having these conflicts. But it feels like their soul, their heart knows what to do. Like if they just get over with their ego, if they just turn humble and embrace the opportunities to have their ego squashed, they could have an incredible satisfaction by coming out to you, and maybe you're going to reciprocate their feelings, because otherwise you wouldn't be here, right? I suppose. So I feel that once they get over their ego, then they'll be able to come out. Look, there is the sun here, so you really represent everything to them. You bring them so much joy, and the sun spread the light all over the reading. So I feel that this is going to end up well, 100%. So look, 10 of Pentacles. I told you, like, things were just going to in the right direction here. So they want to create something solid with you, and I think that it might happen. Okay, there's definitely a lot of internal conflicts, a lot of doubts here, a lot of fears, but this is what they secretly want. Okay, they want happiness with you, want to possibly create a family, possibly having some legacies and kids, or even just create a strong social network around you, and some build a home together, or start a business together, something really really strong, like a huge commitment here. Okay, so let me know, guys, if it has resonated in the info box below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll answer to each one of your comments as soon as I see them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It would truly mean the world. And if you want, hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happens every single week between 1 to 3 times. So if you don't want to miss any of them, or you want to be the first one watching, just hit the bell. And for the rest, thanks so much for all of your love and support. It really means a lot to me, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye, guys. Big hugs to you.